part.
Holy shit.
That's lost to all time. I don't think I don't even have the energy to redo it.
That was like so much energy to just. Wow, Portz! I can't believe we just did that.
What? I almost said my own name. Wow, Portz. We're both named Portz. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 62 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is The Real Portz, and Evil Space Bunny's here. Evil Space Bunny, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm here.
How you doing?
I'm alive.
Doing good. Doing good
Yeah,
over there,
doing
living,
pretty good.
breathing.
Yeah, you know.
Hearts a beating.
Yeah. Beating a lot of video games.
Your heart's beating video games?
I'm at it. Yeah, my heart is literally beating the shit out of video games. It's
Do you want to tease next week? Speaking of beating video games and this year and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right, I was gonna kind of tie it in at the end, but we could. Tease
I was
it
just thinking
too.
now
because
people probably don't listen to the whole episode. I don't think we have analytics on how long people listen to it. Just they downloaded it.
Oh, that's
you know
fair.
what I mean?
They just
Yeah,
downloaded
so
it. That's
that's
fair.
all that matters to me. So
But-
if you've already dropped
but yeah,
off, I understand.
But next week, I kind of want to bounce this off of you guys, the listeners, as well as Portz and myself. Portz and I made a list of games that we played this year and that we beat. And we want to go through our games that meant a lot to us. And it's not necessarily games that were released this year. It could be any game that we played this year and that we beat.
Your 2020.
Or, yeah, it's your fucking 2020. It's your fucking Game Awards 2020. Fuck Jeff Keighley. Fuck, who else does it? PC Gamer, IGN,
Literally
everybody
everyone.
does their own.
Game Informer.
Everyone.
Just gave number 2 to Hades, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
Interesting.
Which is, I know, it was kind of an interesting move. I was like, I'm not mad. What was their number 1 again,
Looks
though?
like they're in the pocket
Last of
of
Us?
Little Indie. Those bastards.
Ooh. But yeah, so if you guys want, you can contact us and tell us some of yours. And we're going to, next week's podcast, we're not going to probably do news. We're just going to talk
rattle about video
games
games for fucking 13
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, so there might be some spoilers. We will try
We're not
to...
doing an official top 10 because obviously we play very
Yeah.
different games, but it should
Oh,
still be
yeah.
a fun discussion of how we felt about video games this year.
Yeah, and we both played a lot of fucking games this
You
year,
over
regardless.
double what I played. Or at least beat.
I mean, most of mine were tiny
Yeah.
games. But yeah.
yeah.
But with that being said, what did you play this week?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it Dota again?
Well, listen. Hey, I don't like the jump to that. Okay, what the fuck? I'm more than just a Dota player.
Am I wrong?
I'm more than just a Dota player.
Tell me I'm
just,
wrong.
I want to stall before we get
tell
to
me I'm
that.
wrong.
I do things outside of Dota, usually.
What did you
more
play?
more
you
often
play?
than not. So I don't like even
did
if
you
it's
play?
true in this case, I don't like being put into that box. Even though this week I do belong in the box, don't just assume the box. You know what I mean? It's not fair to
Okay.
Dota players worldwide. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
But yeah, I pretty much
But what did
just
you
played
play?
Dota 2. I did.
You didn't even go back to Cyberpunk?
I booted it up like once, and I just wasn't feeling it so much. And I think part of that is like the internet kind of ruins it. You're like, oh man, yeah, these people don't fucking deserve my time. Which is, I mean, it has nothing to do with the gameplay experience, but I mean, it kind of leaks into
Yeah.
it anyway.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, you know, and it's my experience on PC has been mostly fine, but it's like they handled everything pretty bad, and it's soured me on the situation, you know.
Yeah, I haven't booted it up in a while, but I've also been kind of focusing on beating more games for the rest of the year.
Yeah, if you focused on Cyberpunk,
but,
you'd be playing it for another year and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, like, yeah, watching all that stuff has just kind of like soured me, and it's made me really sad. So I think after the beginning of the year, I'm gonna try to get back into it again.
We need to abolish pre-ordering games.
I think, yeah.
Well, I mean,
know.
at a
We'll
certain
get
point, is
into
too
it
much pressure
later.
put on somebody to make a great game? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, were they ever going to be able to deliver this? Is it possible?
I don't know. We'll literally get
Okay,
into it
okay,
a little
okay.
bit later.
Yes, I have nothing else to contribute in this section of the podcast, so we swing it over to Money. What have you been doing?
Great. I've been on a rampage since last week. I decided to literally sit down and just beat as many video games as possible. So
Bunny's rampage.
Yeah, exactly.
The new section of the podcast that we're doing, testing it out this week. Let me know if you like Bunny's rampage. Just tweet at us or something, and maybe we'll keep the segment going.
Yeah.
Bunny, how was your rampage?
Exactly. So I beat Bendy and the Ink Machine. That game was great. I loved the artwork. It was really
That was the
short.
game that you
compared
to BioShock, right?
There was moments where it looked like BioShock, and it was really funny that you say that because somebody came into my chat and he's like, "Wow, what is this game?" He's like, "It looks like a weird version of BioShock," and I was like, "Thank you."
Lie. I paid that person $20.
You paid Resi? I mean, I kind of believe it, but yeah.
Yep, that's what it was, definitely. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Resi.
And then...
By the way, check's in the mail, so it won't get to you because it's holiday time and that's impossible.
Yeah, it's going to be really late. Late.
You'll get it mid-January.
Could you imagine? So I played this other game called Break the Game, and it was charming at first because it was very meta and like fourth wall-y breaky, and I love that shit.
Yes, you do.
So it was full of memes, but it became to the point where it was like super cringe, and then you couldn't skip any of the cutscenes. And the only reason why this game was 4.5 hours is because the unskippable cutscenes, and it was just literally the worst.
That's not
and
good.
Like there was times where I'd walk off to go pee because I was bored, and I would come back and it was still on the same cutscene, and I was just like, why would anybody want to play this fucking game? I gave it a terrible review on Steam.
Oh,
it
damn.
has positive reviews. It has like amazing reviews on Steam, and I was like, hello? What's wrong with you all? Fuck you. You're idiots. So I was really pissed, and I was just really mad for once. And I beat that piece of shit. I played this charming little puzzle game called Creepy Tale. That was really cute, and I loved the art style and the music in it. There was no like language or anything, so it was just like all visual like cues and stuff. It was really cool. Then Lauren gifted me Kill It With Fire, and it's a spider hunting game.
I remember that.
And it was so fucking stupid, and it was so great. And you just run around and you kill spiders, and it's really bad like 3D artwork, but it's
is it like made as
way.
Like those janky games of like mother take care of the kid or some shit like
yeah like who's your dad? And
and what does he do? Yeah,
exactly. And that was great. I played this game that you might kind of like. It reminded me of a shitty Doom called Monument. That was only about an hour and a half.
Ooh,
I don't know how
I
much
like
that
shitty
is
Dooms.
I really I enjoyed the gunplay and like the movement. I beat it on hard. The boss sucked, but that was only like an hour and a half. That was pretty quick. It was nice.
You like shooters?
It was charming. Every once in a while, yeah. Every once in a while. There's a couple that you mentioned this year that I want to try.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
again.
would you like Dusk? Would you play that?
Yeah, I've definitely probably played Dusk. There's Dusk, and there's another one.
When we were talking
that I
about
wanna try.
playing or talking about the games that we like the most this year and shit, that game I'm gonna be talking about a lot. I really like that game. I figured as much.
Yeah, that game looks really good, and it kind of reminded me of that, but it was just way simpler.
Right. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And then I played this horror game that was done by a small itch.io. It was a one-man team. I think he's a young kid who made this game, and it was called Trapped. It's on Steam. It's about maybe an hour and a half, if that. And it was terrifying, and it was really good, and it really fucks with you. And Jesus Christ, I felt like this was probably one of the best scary games that I played in a while. Like, I fucking hated Alien Isolation, and I'm trying to think of all the other scary games Emily wants to play. Was like scary for the first 5 minutes, and then whenever you got like fucked, then it was scary as hell. But like this game just constantly kept me on edge because you would like hear these noises and expect these things, and then there was like this moment where there's like the bad guy and you see him and he's in the way of the only way that you could go, right? And I'm just like slowly walking up to him, and then the game literally tells you no, and then you can't go any further, like there's an invisible wall, and then you turn around and then just everything fucking changes, and like if you die it completely changes how the game works, and it's really fucking.
That's cool. That's what's it called, Emily? What?
This one's called Trapped.
Oh, this one's called
Trapped.
Sorry.
Yeah, Emily Wants to Play was like, it was a weird puzzle game where you have to figure out what each ghost does, and you just have to make that ghost happy or mad or whatever. It was really dumb. It was really dumb.
Rip.
We beat that last week, but yeah. And then I started this game that's apparently really sad, according to everybody in my chat, called Valorant Hearts: The Great War. And it's about World War I. The artwork's really pretty. The music that they used is really good, and it works with like the time and the setting and everything. And I really liked it because it was like a simple puzzle game. And if you got stuck, it was nice enough to give you hints because it just wants you to experience this like World War I story.
And that's set in Summoner's Rift, right?
Yes, in Summoner's Rift. No. In fucking Germany, and
you
between
said
Germany
Valorant,
and France.
That's all. That's the only reason I said that.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
Valiant
I know.
Heart.
Valiant, sorry.
That's fine.
Shit.
Yeah, so it was weird because when I hear people talk about that game, I think of This War of Mine. But then when I saw you playing it, I was like, this is like a cartoon fucking version of World War One.
Yeah.
This War of Mine is like a fucking depression fucking test. You know, like, it's like, how long can you survive depression? Like, Jesus Christ. And this game seems to take it less seriously.
It kind of takes it serious. Like, there are moments where it's, like, really sad and, like, shit's going down and stuff. But I think they, like, tried to make it less scary. Because there's, like, obviously corpses and there's bodies and but there's no, like, actual, like, guts or blood or anything like that. But there are definitely, like, dead people everywhere. It's weird to explain. It's like Nintendo did this.
Right.
Or something.
Right. That's why it's muted. It's like a...
Yeah.
It's like there's dead people everywhere, but it's like it's not focused on that emotional toll that would take on people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Understood.
Yeah. But... yeah, that's pretty much what I played all this week. I'm going to try to beat some more games this week, and then, I'll be done for this year. I'm going to try to get to 80.
We still have half a week left after this week.
I know, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how far I get.
Okay.
I might burn myself out.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know how that could happen, but, you know. I'm very impressed. How many games are you up to now?
I'm at 74.
74, my God.
Yeah, I had somebody made me a pie chart, and maybe I'll post it on the Twitter and everything. He was nice enough to, like, figure out this, like, data spreadsheet, and, like, I'll have me post, like, pictures of it, because it's kind of crazy how much time I spent in some of the games, and, like, you could see where my dry spell was and everything. It's like, I went 28 days without beating a game in a while. And, like, it was kind of interesting.
That's neat.
Yeah, it's the most terrifying and the most hilarious thing.
Okay, I want to see that very badly.
Yeah, I'll send it to you later.
Okie dokie.
All right, but anyway, that's what I played for this week. Do you want to go into the news
you
kind of started earlier?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What, could it possibly have something to do with Cyberpunk?
Oh, no, could it
at least we're not talking about TH, you know what I mean? It's been a couple episodes.
You know, it's been a couple episodes since I brought up TH, and it's really funny that you say this because, like, I felt this way about when we talked about Fallout 76 just because of all the shit that kept happening from that game, and then
it was just like a shitstorm downhill, yeah.
Yeah, and now that's happening to CD Projekt,
right.
So... And, like, I compared them to Icarus the other day, and I was like, is this them flying too close to the sun? Is this the end for them?
Yeah.
Because, like, it's kind of scary. So this is kind of what happened for them this week. The PlayStation pulled Cyberpunk from the PSN, so it's no longer on the PlayStation 4 or the PlayStation 5.
Yikes.
Which was kind of surprising because it was kind of okay on the PlayStation 5, but not the PlayStation 4. So this was Sony's decision, by the way. This was not CD Projekt's. CD Projekt didn't respond until much later after it was already pulled. And they were like, yeah, we agree with Sony's decision and we support Sony's decision to basically do this. And
yeah, right.
we're going to work our hardest. Yeah, I know. We're going to work our hardest to make this work possibly for both the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4. And the thing about Sony is with the PlayStation and your digital refunds and stuff like that, Sony's really strict on those. Like, if you start downloading the game, you own it, and they won't do a refund. So if you buy something, and as long as you don't download it within a certain time, you have a very small chance that they'll refund it. So this is the first time that they've had, like, this mass kind of, like, exodus of refunds.
You have till Christmas, right, or something like that?
I think you have until the 22nd, which will be after this podcast comes out. Okay. But it's still a pretty good amount of time. I'm not too sure on that date, but I think I think it's the 22nd. It might even be today, the 21st. But so shortly after Sony did that and CD announced, they're like, yeah, that's fine. Everything's okay. Microsoft started offering refunds for the Xbox. Their series.
They're like, hey, we have vice standards too, okay?
Yeah, but they haven't removed it from the store.
Oh, right.
And so it's still on the store, so you can still buy it on your Xbox, but you can also return it if you need to.
Yeah. So the consoles used to have like crazy, I mean not crazy, but pretty stringent like quality control. And now this slipped past and a lot of people were talking about it, which is probably why Sony's like, yeah, we should probably pull this off. But it's like, where was that? Is that gone?
Who knows?
Is it just like because it was too big, they didn't want to leave it off?
Yeah, maybe. But like they definitely, CD Projekt definitely did kind of hoodwink everybody. They did show
Not
that
Sony.
This is what
Sony
it
would have
like.
known, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
They have
so
to.
Weird about
that's
this.
what I'm saying. They used to qualify everything before it made it to the store. Now it's like, did they? Probably not.
I don't think they did. I think they just trusted
That's
CD Projekt,
ridiculous.
and they're like,
if you run a
"This is
business,
what this
come
game
on.
looks like." I know it was a bad move for Sony to like even agree to it.
And
if they were
Microsoft.
Gonna pull it later.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Like this, I still say this game should have never gone to the consoles. Like, sorry, console players, but
It shouldn't have gone to the last gen, certainly.
No.
And now we're wasting a bunch of time fucking trying to whip a miracle out of nothing.
Yeah. And now the
everyone's
devs are like even more fucked.
Everyone's like, oh, like Red Dead ran fine on the old gen. It's like, not really. I mean, it does, but it's kind of bad. Like, the FPS drops all the time when you're in, like, Blackwater. And the other thing is, there's so much empty fucking space in that game. Yes, it's beautiful. It has bushes and trees. But dense buildings is a way different story.
Oh, yeah, way different.
All the lights and
with
shit.
All the
it's
lighting
way different. Not a comparable thing to me.
Like all the ads, all the
and
assets that they have.
It's not a pass. It's not a free pass to CDPR. But saying, oh, they're just being lazy on the fucking shit. Like, on the last gen shit, just let it go. I mean, I know they shouldn't now because they said it was going to come out. But, I can understand why it's taking so long.
Yeah, for sure. And, like, it was really funny because, like, on Twitter, I saw people attacking Sony and Microsoft after getting their said refund, asking why they couldn't play the game anymore. I was like, I hate people. I hate people on this planet. There was one that I read. It was like, I was having a lot of fun playing Cyberpunk. It's not fair that when I refunded the game that I couldn't keep playing it anymore.
What?
I'll have to find the tweet, but like there was a ton of tweets like people complaining after getting a refund how they weren't able to play the game.
That is ridiculous.
It was the funniest fucking thing. It was
they just wanted
like,
the product with their money back.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I guess they might be used to like Amazon. Because Amazon, if it's a small thing, sometimes they just let you keep it. Isn't that fucking weird?
Weird.
If you're like, if
really
it's like
weird.
defective or something and it's like $10, sometimes they're just like, yeah, what is fine. Just, you don't have to drop it up. Because like the processing of it would take more money than it's fucking worth.
Then to just refund
Isn't that
it.
crazy?
I think I only did that with I think I've only done that with one thing. It was coconut oil, and it came in and like half of the product had leaked out. And they're like, "Here's your $2," and I'm like, "Thanks."
And you had to send
I'd
it
rather
back?
have more coconut oil. No.
Yeah, well, yeah, so that's what I'm
just-
saying. They refund you and you
Oh.
get to keep it. So that's maybe
I
that's what
guess
people
that's
are
fair.
like comparing it to, which is stupid.
Still stupid. So stupid. Anyway, but so this was all happening because of this like announcement. CD Projekt's stocks just tanked even harder. So at the beginning, at the 4th or December 4th, they were sitting at a comfy 31, which is actually pretty high. That was them kind of going back up with as we got closer and closer to the launch. And now it's sitting at only $17 a share. So it's a good time to buy if you want to maybe invest in this company that is in a downward spiral.
Yeah, and just hope for a recovery.
Yeah, hope for a recovery. But with after everything that's been happening recently, I don't know. I'm kind of actually really afraid for CD
I need to see
Projekt.
some people
So,
fired, I think.
I think the whole board of directors need to be fired.
Hell
and that's
yeah.
kind of what we're going to go into next.
Clean house,
So
motherfuckers.
apparently rebellion is in the air according to like Bloomberg.com.
The Sniper
talking
Elite
about-
developers?
Yeah, exactly. They interviewed some of the staff talking about the struggles and everything with management. Apparently, they had this huge board meeting, I think last Thursday within CD Projekt, and the developers were just basically yelling and just asking these terrible, like, blunt questions toward the board of directors. And the board of directors is just kind of like, me. For some of them, like, one employee asked the board why they said in January that the game was complete, which was clearly not true. And the board said that they were going to take responsibility for that,
Sure.
driving everybody insane
Right.
for the next
How does one take responsibility for that?
12 years. Oh, we're sorry. We made you work for 12 months in crazy overdrive mode. And then,
Whoopsie.
oh, we're so sorry that happened. Yeah, and then there was another developer asked the directors if they felt if it was hypocritical to make a game about corporate exploitations while expecting their employees to work overtime. And I quote, their response was vague and non-committal. It was just literally the perfect storm was happening within the developers and the staff. And then, like, the board of directors were literally just being the corpo assholes that are the corporate. And it makes me feel so bad for the staff because obviously they worked hard and they were set with these, like, unrealistic deadlines. And it wasn't just fair to them. The board of directors really fucked everything over on this.
Right.
They were lying to investors. They were lying to us, the public, and fucking over their staff in the end
Yeah.
of this like whole thing. And it's just it makes me so mad. So mad. Also, I'm sipping my last shot of bourbon and I'm really sad.
Oh no.
I know. But with that being said, like I think the developers need to be fired, like you were kind of bringing
The
up
developers?
earlier. Not the developers. Sorry.
All those
developers need.
idiots that were complaining about long hours. Let's fire those fucking people.
No, I'm sorry.
Get
I meant
back
the board
to
of
work, you
directors.
lazy shit.
The board of directors need to be fired. I'm sorry.
Sleep at the
Not
office, you
developers.
bastards.
Fuck me. Makes me sound like such an asshole. No. I think the board of directors need to be fired and they need to hire maybe either some of the developers
And probably the
or
project
people who
manager.
have-
I mean, he has to
Yeah.
be, knowledgeable of this stuff. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Somebody. I'm not in
Like-
charge of finding out who it is, but somebody is.
Right. And like I understand that you want to please your investors,
Right.
but this game was insane and like this game was almost impossible. So like when I heard them making about this game, I was very scared. Because, like, there's just so much of the cyberpunk world, and they already dulled it down quite a bit compared to, like, what 2020 the tabletop is, because there's an insane amount of shit in that you could do.
I also think
and there's
you make this a bigger story by having Keanu Reeves in it.
Yeah.
When you
I also think
under-deliver
all those cameos. Yeah.
and you put all the celebrity on it, it's like, now.
It seems.
But
a little
thankfully,
gimmicky.
if this is not a runaway success, which critically, obviously, it's not, but commercially, I don't know how many people are refunding and all that. I heard that it already made up its sales, which is not a good thing.
No.
But if there's enough refunds or whatever, maybe it'll caution other people to not add a shitload of influencers. Not that they're related, but it's like you can't just skirt by on that. You know what I mean? You gotta have a fucking good game. And
you gotta have a
deliver
fucking
what you
game
goddamn
and, like,
promise.
Right? And, like, remember how they said it was a meme, like, 3 years ago? And then now there's, like, memes of that going around. It's like, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. And just, like, it's just the funniest fucking shit. But, like, the funny thing is, like, having all those influencers and having all those additional people and having to pay them just to have, like, this, like, gimmicky kind of fourth wall-y breaking shit. Like you said, seeing Carnage in the game as a character, it was just
instantly
Co-Carnage.
removes you, and you're like, oh, there's a Twitch man.
It's like, great. Or even seeing fucking Kojima in there, and I was just like,
Now, just in case I
Yeah.
become a celebrity of
Yeah.
any level, and I end up in
I
a
won't
video
let you
game.
ever be in a video
No,
game. No, I'm
in
not
case
ready.
I end up in a
No,
video
I'm
game.
sorry.
Here's what I'll say.
No.
All of the blame is on CD Projekt, and none of it is on the streamers that want to be in it. Because who the fuck would turn out being in a video game?
Right.
Who would turn that down?
You're not wrong.
Fucking
You're not
nobody.
wrong.
Be in the
Nobody.
video game if they let you, but also don't ask people to be in your fucking video game. Hire actors and leave it there.
Yeah, leave it there. Like, I mean, Keanu Reeves' character, you definitely see
He's
him
an actor.
as not Keanu Reeves.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, you
exactly.
see him a little bit as Keanu Reeves. Like I said, in my head canon, that is just because the cyberpunkiness, like the cybernetics and shit. Why wouldn't you
Right.
want to look like Keanu Reeves, right? So
Right.
that's what that character did. Is in my head canon, wanted to look like
I mean,
Keanu
yeah,
Reeves.
that's fair, because he's a good-looking man. I mean,
He's a good-looking man, and he's very famous. Co-Carnage?
Yeah.
Not that famous.
Not-
Not very
not that
good-looking.
he's, he has
Oh,
his
he's
moments,
fine.
but-
He's just average Joe Schmo. I could see him delivering some mail. You know what I mean? But not being in Hollywood fucking movies, lead role. Jesus,
Yeah, I think he looks better with the
I
beard.
could see him
He
in
needs
some
to have the
postal
beard.
shorts. Is all I'm saying.
Not a garbage bag like he was.
That's right. Actually, it looks better that way.
I think he looks better in a garbage bag. Sorry, Co. Such a dick.
Use this to cancel us. If anything does, please make it this.
Oh, it's making fun of Co Carnage.
Yeah. The
Aw,
national
I'm
treasure
sure
of Twitch.
The national treasure of Twitch. Oh, man. I mean, yeah. What did he say about 76? I can't remember how he felt about.
He was like,
76,
it's
but
very
anyway.
flawed, and like he likes it despite those things, but it doesn't mean, you know, none of the criticism is there and all that. And obviously he's playing on a fucking beefy rig. Like, I mean, I guess I was gonna say like me, but this is probably way better than mine.
Right.
But I mean, a good enough one to run it, and you know, well above their recommends and shit. But
Yeah.
yeah, and why wouldn't you? I think it is a good game. Like I said, it's just like the talk about it and the people like uncovering the real shit that's out there is like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, they literally.
It just makes me
destroyed
less
it.
excited to play. Maybe in a month
Yeah.
or two when I forget about this shit, I'll be like, I really want to fucking play that shit.
Yeah.
'Cause I
me
was having a
too.
good
I
time.
want to go back.
Like
Yeah.
it's like a decent time. I don't really care that the
know.
combat's bad. The story's pretty good.
Yeah. That's the one thing that's been keeping me forward. And it's funny because like so many people complain about the stealth and the stealth not being good. This is the one
That's so
fucking
weird.
game
Have you-
I like stealth, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why am I so bad at stealth? But so to to kind of wrap up the shit show that has been this game and everything is now the game investors. So like every game has investors, obviously, and this game had a lot of investors because of how expensive this game was and how
Keanu's grandma kicked in $60 million, I heard.
Keanu's grandma is backing these people, and now she may be
She's demanding answers.
She demands all the answers. Why her
She's like, my son does
perfect.
not look like the trailers. And they're like, wait, I thought you said you were a grandma. She's like, oh, don't look into it.
She's like, it's a confusing backstory. Don't worry about it.
It's some time travel involved. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's some major time travel. But like, this is potential that can happen. And we actually talked about this in my Discord because one of my mods posted this, and he's like, hey, it looks like they're trying to sue CD Projekt. And there's like this crazy dude who's from fucking Polish, and I can't pronounce. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. He's Polish, sorry. He's from Poland. And he has a Polish name, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it, but he's a lawyer.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nope, I'm not going to say his name. It's fucking insane looking. I was just like, nope. And I tried to even type it into Google and have it say it to me phonetically, and it was like, nope. And then I was just like, whatever. But he's a lawyer, and he's also an investor, and he's looking into the possibilities of suing CD Projekt and allegations that the studio may have represented itself to investors originally to secure fundings. And like, this lawyer's also not only looking into this, he's inviting other investors to get in on this. Basically, if you're affected, let me read this again. Sorry.
Okay.
Resulting in allegations that CD Projekt may have issued materials misleading information to their shareholders and their investors.
Oh, yeah. I have the perfect Exhibit A, Your Honor. It's the 40-minute playable trailer that they showed.
And they said it was the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I don't remember that, but that sounds right.
Yeah, they said that was the big thing. And that's why
nuts.
That's why I think Sony was okay with all this. The 40-minute trailer.
That's crazy.
Like, it must have just been pre-recorded stuff, and they're not actually
whoever the
playing
fuck
it.
accepted that at Sony needs to get their fucking ass kicked. Like, what the fuck?
They should be fired too, just like the board of directors.
Yeah, we promise it's good. Oh, okay. You're the guys with Keanu in there, right? You made Witcher 3? Good job.
Good job. I trust you. Yeah. And it's like, it was a little messy, but you guys fixed it, so it's perfect. It's a masterpiece. But like, the thing is, like, not only, I'm trying to think of who else did this. No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky, when they presented their stuff.
Oh, yeah. It was... Yeah.
They presented this planet, and they's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna land on this random planet," but it was all it wasn't procedural generated.
That a listener of ours, Gabe Gonzo, is gonna have a problem with this. Let me just say, Gabe,
sorry.
They showed that there was gonna be multiplayer before the fucking game came out, and I'll show you the receipts.
Yeah. For No Man's Sky or for
No Man's Sky? Yeah.
Fucking. Yeah. I mean, it is multiplayer now.
Yeah,
and
it is now. And it's way better now, but I'm just saying the launch was rough.
Oh, yeah, the launch was a shit show. And like the full 6 months after the game was a shit show. Maybe we can have a redemption with Cyberpunk, but the way that Cyberpunk is being treated, unlike No Man's Sky or even Fallout 76 was treated. Like, Fallout 76 was a hot mess. It didn't work on the PlayStation, but it stayed on the PlayStation Network for a long-ass time. They didn't pull it or anything. And, like, No Man's Sky was a hot fucking mess and was barely playable. And, like, the game would completely bug if you bought the collector's edition and you couldn't finish the first mission and leave the planet. Like, there was all these messes, and they took months to fix. And, like, Sony didn't pull those games. So,
double standards.
For Sony to pull this game, yeah, this, like, weird double standard. But, like, somebody's like, well, maybe it's because CD Projekt isn't as big. And I had to kind of argue that they
as big as
big
No
enough.
Man's Sky, they're way bigger.
But the thing about No Man's Sky is Sony
was
No
backing
Man's Sky.
them, yeah.
But Bethesda has no alliance with anybody until now.
Right.
Back
Yeah,
when
now I bet they're like,
76
fuck,
came
we
out.
should have removed it from the store.
Fuck. We should have
Well,
removed
the
that
thing is,
shit.
no,
and
they
fucked
never.
him
There's no
over.
scenario where they want to remove it from the store because they take fucking 30%, right? So
Right.
either way,
Yeah,
there's a
and they make-
conflict of interest.
Yeah, they make money from it, but like at the end of the day, they're still making money, even though the consumer was getting fucked over because as soon as you downloaded the game, according to the PlayStation Network, you owned it. You couldn't
Right,
refund
right.
it. You played it.
Do they not sell
And
PlayStations in Australia? Isn't that where we got the Steam rule where you have to allow refunds?
that was because of Fallout 76, but because
No, this
Fallout
happened
76
way before Fallout 76.
I know Fallout.
I was
you're
returning
right.
games like with 2 hours of gameplay for like at least a year
Yes,
before
that's
that game.
true. I'm trying to think of what game it was, but there was like Australia did try to sue Bethesda over Fallout 76 because they weren't issuing refunds at all.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
because it was not on the Steam store, it was on the Bethesda launcher. It was a lot harder to get a refund.
Right. That makes sense.
So, yeah, it was just a hot mess all over the place. But like, so now more and more people are talking about bandwagon and jumping onto this like lawsuit that might be against CD Projekt as a publisher, which is kind of scary because like if they get sued into a fucking ground, that means no more Witcher. That means no more to potential to fix this fucking game.
We deserve
Like we
this.
may have. Oh no! Don't say
Yeah.
that.
Bring it on. The dark ages of video games. Fuck yeah. No more giants left.
No.
Only shitty Minecraft ripoffs from people trying to make it from their basement.
Yep, all itch.io games only. But like, yeah, I mean, I love AAA titles. Obviously, I love indie games and stuff like that. But this kind of makes me scared for CD Projekt because like, they're losing revenue from being pulled from the store. Now everybody's offering refunds of their game, and so they can't even get that potential revenue from unhappy people
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, that usually happens with the consoles. Like Fallout 76 is a perfect example. No Man's Sky is a perfect example of this. But like CD Projekt is really getting fucked hard, and like it just makes me so nervous.
I
to,
hope
like, think about
They rush
this
out
happening.
a Witcher game that's fucking terrible.
It's gonna be like stick figures, and then like Yennefer's gonna have
Like,
just
see
big
the
boobs
white
and red
pixels right
lipstick.
there? That's Ciri's hair.
Yeah, that's Ciri's hair. That's how you could tell because it's white pixels,
yeah.
obviously. Okay, so last two things I want to talk about since we're done beating on the CD Projekt.
We'll
Red
never be done,
Dead
but
horse.
yes, go. Continue. We
They're
do
the
have to end the
new
podcast
fucking-
at some
They're
point.
the new 2H. I know. They're the new 2H.
Everyone is, apparently. They're all vying for the spot, you know?
Everybody just wants to fucking be my video game developer boyfriend, obviously.
I wonder
Or
if, like,
girlfriend, no judge.
it's only a matter of time until somebody asks Keanu about this, like, controversy, right? I wonder if he's going to say
Oh,
anything.
yeah. I wonder what he thinks about everything, like, just shitting on
He's
his
probably
game
pretty
and
bummed
stuff.
out because, I mean, video games
Yeah.
you think of, like, as just this fun, silly thing, and then it's like, oh, my God, the controversy? What the fuck?
I mean, I know he doesn't have social media or anything, so nobody could, like, call him out or,
Right.
like, even message him. So he's like, got the best, like, position on this because nobody could harass him.
Yeah.
And nobody has a way to outlet it, really, that's, like, directly
Can you imagine being one of the
him?
biggest celebrities in the world and not ever having a social media? Like, what the fuck?
He's just a chill fucking dude.
It's fucking awesome. Having all the money
Yeah.
and fame without any of the negative interaction. I mean, I'm sure in real life, some asshole, like, shouts on the street, like, hey, you fucking Point Break sucks. He's like, my God, that was 30 years ago, bro. Leave it alone.
Was that you, Portz?
I love that movie.
Are you that guy?
I fucking love that movie. But I would say that just to fuck with him, you know?
He'd probably just shrug it off and keep walking.
I
and
would
then
if I
go
was
eat
rich
a
and
donut.
famous. Yeah.
Eat a donut and beat sad Keanu Reeves on the
Or
fucking bench.
I would go kick their ass. And then I would have a real story. That would be such a gift to be kicked, have your ass
You
kicked by
should.
Keanu Reeves.
There's a movie called Be My Maybe, and Keanu Reeves is in it, and it's like he literally has the best part in that movie, and it's the
Is that the
funniest fucking shit.
romantic comedy thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to
really
see that
cute.
really bad. I saw a
You
clip
should watch
of
it.
I would like to see it.
Yeah, go see it. Go see it.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. But anyway, so let's talk about Mario and Luigi's daddy. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I've always forget his name. Miyamoto.
Yeah, Miyamoto.
Yeah.
Nintendo. Nintendo
What's the
Shigeru
guy's name who
Miyamoto.
made like the Dark Souls and shit? Is that Miyazaki?
Jesus, that is Miyazaki's the anime director.
Son of a bitch! See what I mean?
House moving castle and shit. I love Dark Souls by Miyazaki.
He's got to name the like that, doesn't he?
Dark Soul. I honestly don't know. Dark Souls. I don't even know. Director? What is it? A creator?
Nope.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Oh, wait. That's Miyazaki.
It isn't Miyazaki. Holy shit. Haitaku Miyazaki.
God damn it. How
That's
dare
hilarious.
you? You piece of shit.
How dare you?
How dare you?
I was thinking of the Miyazaki movies. There are Miyazaki movies. That's animated.
Mother of God. How can we both be right? in that situation?
Hayao Miyazaki does all the anime.
What if they're related?
Oh my God! Imagine that's like his grandson or something.
Maybe. Well, was it that old? Jesus.
Well, Hayao, I think is how you say his name. Miyazaki, the director, he's old. He's like 80 years old.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, he's an old dude, and I think the other guy was born in he's about my age, maybe a few years older.
Okay.
I don't remember, but yeah.
Anyway,
so.
what the fuck are we talking about?
we're talking about the dude from Nintendo.
Moto?
Miyamoto. Yeah.
Okay.
And he was talking about how in the next decade or so he wants to try to make an impact on video games being less violent. I love him because he's such a sweet and genuine innocent dude.
Yeah.
And the way that he talks about this interview and stuff, and
hasn't he kind of already done that? I mean, Nintendo games are pretty.
Yeah, he still
tame.
talks about other things. Like he acknowledges that violence is always going to be there, and that he wants to focus on more games where they will have violence towards monsters rather violence towards humans.
Snore.
Because, yeah, I know. So he kind of got sad about that.
I'm not against that concept, but I don't think we need to have one over the other. And now I am with somebody of if they feel a certain calling to to this, I'm with them 100%. But the idea we need to make all video games less violent is okay.
Well, maybe he's just gonna focus on that with the Nintendo. He says
that's fine.
He's still gonna let some games happen.
I still own the Switch, bitch. I used to.
He talks about. Yeah, I know you did. He talks about how the Nintendo 64 GoldenEye 007, which was one of the most famous games, and how he felt bad about putting that game on the Nintendo, even though it did so well. And he recommended that Bond visited his victims in the hospital during the end credits because that's what he felt he should have been done, because he's just such a sweet, genuine dude.
Well,
right?
Okay.
He talks about how there's always going to be violence in the world, but he thinks that if he could take away a little of that violence in video games, he'll make his
Sorry,
impact.
I'm alt-tabbed playing GTA right now.
I fucking knew it.
Killing hookers for points.
I was just going to say killing sex workers for points.
Okay, in GTA,
anyway.
In that universe, they're called hookers, so I'm going to call them that.
That's so 2004.
That's when some of the GTAs came out.
That's when it came out. Anyway. So, but he said it would be great if more video game makers took on this step or shifted towards this perspective, hoping that more and more people would make less violence towards humans and try to make a better world. And my favorite quote from this whole interview with him was they asked, and I quote, if he could change and design the real world, what would he do? And Miyamoto said, I wish I could make it so that people were a little bit more thoughtful and a little bit more kind towards each other.
Fuck that, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck you!
Jesus
I thought it was
Christ,
cute,
what a piece of
especially in
shit.
time for Christmas.
What a human pile of fucking filth.
Portz, it's almost Christmas. You do realize this pod comes out the day before Christmas. Can you be a little nice for one episode?
No, I mean, God bless him.
one.
You know? Hurry up and die. No.
What the fuck? I don't think he's that old. He's
I'm
like,
just kidding. God damn it. Good for him. I don't think we would get along, but, you know, some people are into that.
Yeah, he's in his 70s. Or he's almost 70. But yeah, so that's his goal for next year, apparently. Make more happy things.
Imagine having goals in your 70s. In my 70s, I'm going to be shitting myself going, oh, God, what is going on?
Your girlfriend's going to bring you another cat. It's just going to be a crazy cat woman.
Like, thanks, toilet paper. Got him.
It's like, oh, yeah, the cat just shredded it all. Sorry. But the last article, and we kind of touched about this on the beginning of this year. I'm gonna maybe post this on the Twitter, but the New York Times posted this lovely article that was just a really good read, and it was kind of fun to read about. It was people within their company talking about the video games that made it through this year, or helped them make it through this year. And some people reported on Age of Empires was the first one reported on.
Wow.
A lot of people brought up Hades. Animal Crossings was a huge hit, obviously. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And my favorite one that I saw was Leslie Pedro. She's a software engineer, and or he, I don't know, Leslie, it's ambiguous. Since the lockdown, I had been drawn back into the open world of survival games, talking about Rust and like how they play Rust, and I was just like, how the fuck did Rust get you through this year? Rust is such a toxic game.
You know,
it just made me laugh
I was thinking about
so
this.
fucking hard.
I was thinking about this, like, and it's not to take away from what people are saying, but I was in a big Dota streamer's like Twitch channel. He gets like 10,000 viewers at a time.
Right.
And somebody donated $3, and they're like, "Hey, like, thanks, you've gotten me through some dark times and shit." And I'm like, I feel kind of bad because like that could be literally anything you aim yourself at. Like, whatever you do is what it is. The fact that it happened to be a super successful Dota streamer, it doesn't, you know, like, it's not like he was there for you. He didn't know any about any of that shit that you were going through.
But at least he made that person like have a little bit of a better day.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's not unique to his channel. That guy could have never known about him and gone to some other Twitch channel. You know what I mean?
I guess that's fair. Yeah,
and it's not to take away. Like, obviously, people find value in what they find value in, but it's like, you did that. Like, you got yourself through it by any means necessary, and the means you chose was this, which is fine. But it's like you're giving credit to the streamer who didn't do it. You know what I mean?
I mean, it is you doing it, but
Some streamers like engage on a personal level.
This.
I'm saying this guy's too big. He can't do that.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. Making somebody laugh at the end of the day can help a lot too.
Sure.
I think that's what it comes down to a lot.
Could be.
But could be. So like we said at the beginning of the stream, if you're still listening to us, text us on Discord or on Twitter, or come to our Twitch chats, because Portz is finally streaming again. He's streaming Dota like a fucking nerd.
I've decided I'm going to stream whatever the fuck I want, and nobody can tell me
different. That's what I've been doing, and I've been having way more fun
nobody
with
can
it. So.
And say shit. You know what I mean?
That's fair. I mean, you came in and talked shit about the game I was playing today.
I
and
love
played
doing
3
that,
different
though.
games today. That's literally every time you come into my chat. So
my buddy Pat, who just subscribed to me for the first time in 3 years, was he was like, "Hey, as a sub, I just want to know, are you going to get back to playing variety games?" I was like, "Thank you for all your contributions. I'll take this into consideration."
Yeah, and then ignore you.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, text us and tell us what are some of the games, and then I will make a point, and Portz will try to make a point to write them down, and then we can maybe discuss it on next week's episode.
What are we? I'm writing down what?
Games that got people through this year, and we can talk about it
From the
next
Twitter,
week.
from tweets.
Yeah. Or Discord, or
whatevskis. However you get in contact with us.
Exactly.
We'll find you.
However you get in contact with us. So, all right.
We have a very particular set of skills. Skills that we've learned over 60 episodes of a podcast. Skills that make us a pleasure for people like you. We'll collect your data and give you another episode.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I will find you, and I will podcast to you.
Okay, with that being said, this is where we say goodbye to our normal listeners
goodbye.
That either want to not hear about Star Wars, which we're silently judging you on as I play with my Boba Fett figurine in my hand. And then we say hello to all our fucking Mandalorian nerds. We're going to spoil the shit out of this last episode. Be sad.
Yeah.
Okay, bye, normal people.
Bye. Don't worry, this is the last episode for a year. Or you have to dip out early.
Yep, don't worry. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready. Spoilers.
Where do we begin?
Well, we begin by saying, man, I was thinking to myself, pretty much for the last 7 episodes, god damn it, it's going to suck when it's over. Like, just waiting for this last episode, like...
Uh-huh.
A new season hadn't been announced, at least not for the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if it was going to keep going. Now we know, of course, that it is.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that this episode could make me not give a shit. So it's not that I don't give a shit. It's not.
Uh-huh.
It kind of is, but I don't know, man. Like, I was nervous. Remember when I said I was nervous when Ahsoka showed up and shit? I was like, there's stuffing too much Star Wars shit in this.
Yeah,
and by Star Wars shit, I mean main Star Wars shit. Like, my God. Boba Fett, cool. He was kind of a side dude that never got to do anything. Neat. Now he's getting his own show, so whatever.
Hell yeah, Book of Boba Fett next year.
Good for Boba. Like, that's going to be great. As long as they don't find a baby little creature for him to fucking have as a sidekick. Can you imagine if they just do The Mandalorian? And it was like, ooh, The Mandalorian was like, it was kind of a test. We wasn't sure if you guys wanted a Mandalorian, like Boba Fett bounty hunter type, so we tested it with this, and now you guys do want it, so we're just going to get away from Mandalorian and go over to Boba Fett, who is going to find his own baby Yoda. Or maybe a Boba, or a baby, like a baby Chewbacca.
What if it's something? I think it's gonna be him escaping the Snarlek pit and how he survived.
That sounds great. I think that sounds awesome.
How he lost his armor and stuff like that. I think that's what it's gonna be.
I hope it starts out that way and then goes into its own thing. Yeah, I think that'd be good. Yeah. I think that would be good.
Yeah,
so
I think that would be great.
This episode is actually a good episode, mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly.
What did you hate about it?
Why the fuck is Luke Skywalker back?
It had to be Luke.
No, it doesn't have to be fucking
Ahsoka
Luke.
Said there's not many Yoda yet.
They can make up a new one. Who gives a fuck?
Think about it. I would like them to make up a new one because that would make sense and it would leave me with less existential dread because of what's about to happen.
Yeah.
So Luke starts up training Jedi.
Yes, he does.
Again.
And he kills one at it. Or he tries to.
Tries to kill, and then what happens to the rest of the Jedi? It
gets burnt fucking down.
Where's Grogu?
Yeah, so what I'm thinking they're going to do.
I know.
Either Grogu's going to be gone, or Mando swoops in at the last second and gets him.
I hope so. I was, literally about to cry thinking about it. And, I was talking to my roommate. I'm like, wait, Link. Fuck. Jesus, my protagonists are just confused right now. Luke starts
actually, her name is Zelda.
Jedi. Yeah, obviously, her name is Zelda. What if Link was a girl? Anyway. Or what if Zelda was a girl? That's what it is. Anyway, so, Link starts training Jedi again, and Kylo Ren, and then he almost kills Kylo Ren in the new Star Wars, and then Kylo Ren rebels and kills all the fucking other Jedis. Like, all the trainees and stuff like that. And, like, I was starting to think along those lines. I'm like, Kylo Ren. And then my roommate was like, don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Just shut up and don't think about it. And I'm like, Grogu, where is he? He needs to be alive. I just can't. My heart will literally die if anything happens to him at this point. Because I love him so much.
I think it would be awesome if we got a scene of Kylo Ren killing Grogu.
No, fuck you.
That's the only way I'm okay with this. Because it would be bad fucking ass.
No! How
Look,
dare you?
The universe is not a pretty place.
How dare you? I thought you said if anything happens to Baby Yoda, you would lose your shit.
Yeah.
Now you're over here like, Kylo Ren should kill him.
I'll be shitting in joy.
Shitting in joy. Like the old man that you are. But yeah.
Someone else is going to have to clean this up.
I got really excited when Luke showed up. I know you fucking don't like it, but that whole scene
I'm a fan of Luke. I'm a fan of Star Wars. I don't want to see him. It's over.
We're not going to see him anymore. That was it. He takes Grogu away, and I think
really?
the next Mandalorian
We're not
going to
shove fucking Mace Windu into it next?
I would love Mace Windu to have come back and train him.
I wanted
Mace Windu to train him, not Luke Skywalker, but I get why they used Luke.
This is the problem. We're never going to get away from these fucking actors that are goddamn dying.
I know.
What are we going to do? Recast?
But,
just move on. Make a new Star Wars story, for fuck's sake.
But with that being said, like, it's a young Luke, so maybe Grogu's still training and all that. But that whole scene with Luke coming in on his ship and everything, and like destroying those the Dark Knights, that was homage to Vader coming out of the ship and invading the very first Star Wars, like the very first one where he's coming out and he's like just slicing everybody up, and then like even down to the Force choke at the very end when he kills the last.
It's like are you talking about the scene in Rogue One?
No, not well. Yeah, technically it is Rogue One because
that's where it was
the
cool.
Very first, yeah, well, that's the one that made it cool. But I think they paid homage to the very first Star Wars with like Darth Vader coming out and then choking the last dude, and like Luke doing that last thing. Like almost every single shot was almost shot for shot of like the original Star Wars movie, with Darth Vader coming out to go up to invading the fucking Princess Leia's ship.
Yeah.
I can't think of that fucking ship's name.
Who cares?
But like this whole episode was really good. I fucking loved it.
It's interesting because you and I were talking about the Dark Troopers before. We're like, were they robots or were they droids or were they people in there? We were both right in that they used to be people, and now it's droids.
And yeah, he's like, we took out the human element. And I was like, okay.
The weakest link.
Yeah, it was the weakest part was the human element. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of nice.
Not if you ask the pilot from Independence Day, motherfucker.
I'm back. Anyway, I'm trying to think of what else, because like that everything leading up to that whole scene just kind of seems like meh, but there was so much shit happening during that entire episode. I loved Boba Fett flying around the Slave One and just being a dick. And,
just toying with the Empire. Yeah,
just toying with them, and then toying with them, and then he just like fucks up two of the things that TIE fighters and just runs away.
Him sitting on Jabba's fucking throne was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Right?
Also, Jesus Christ. What's that guy's name? The tube-faced man? The guy he killed?
I can't think of his name.
I don't know his name, but he put on some
got really
LBs, bro.
And
Boba's got a little bit of boba, you know what I mean? Coming on the tummy.
Yeah,
so it's like, it's a reunion of just some old guys that got a little fat.
Right?
Also, why would he stand on the fucking Rancor trap, dude? He knows what that shit is. I thought they were going to push the fucking button.
Yeah, I kind of was expecting it, but I don't think they would have done that to Boba Fett.
Yeah, I
like,
guess so.
you
He
know.
could have gotten out of there. Come on.
Yeah, I mean it's Boba fucking Fett. You're gonna do that to one of the most notorious and scariest bounty hunters. I did like when Bo-Katan and her friend heard Boba Fett's voice and they immediately turned around. I'm like, oh, they recognize him because of
the line that was like, I've heard your voice 1,000 times or something was fucking
more.
awesome.
It was really good. And then to see Boba Fett kind of get his ass kicked, I'm like, oh, poor old man Boba Fett.
It was pretty even, right? It seemed like an even fight.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah,
I don't know. The choreography of the fights in this show are pretty up and down.
Yeah.
And that one was a good example where it's like, they're both blowing the flamethrower at each other. Like, shut the fuck up. Neither one of them would have chosen to do that. First of all, it's not getting through the fucking armor.
Yeah. That's fair. Well, anyway. I don't know if she has Beskar armor, but Boba Fett does.
They have Mandalorian looking armor. I guess I don't know if it's Beskar or not.
It may not be Beskar, but
it's not Beskar. It's Worskar.
It's Worskar. Suck it. Anyway, I like the fact that Mando beat Moff Gideon, and like he has the Darksaber now. And so I think that's what the next season's gonna be about. Like, the child is gone, Grogu is gone from our lives, which makes me really sad. But I think the next.
I hope they take a break from Grogu, even if they're gonna bring him back. I hope that it's like
it's gonna be a long break.
Maybe a season without him or something. Yeah, that would be awesome.
This whole season's gonna be gone without.
And I'm a big Baby Yoda fan, but I'd be fine with a break. Like, I think Mandalorian has like merit on his own, you know?
Yeah.
It was like almost immediately about something that wasn't the Mandalorian, even though it was called the Mandalorian. And I'd love to just explore some fun bounty hunter shit.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go to Mandalore and attempt to save Mandalore.
Jesus Christ!
I think that's what the next season's gonna be about. Is Bo-Katan asking him, since he has the Darksaber.
It's interesting. There's no way she's let that go, right?
No, she's mad. She's fucking
She's
pissed.
gonna fight him. She has to.
Oh yeah, she has to. If she wants the Darksaber to rule fucking Mandalore, then she needs to beat the shit out of him, which is kind of scary because I don't want him to die because I love him.
Wasn't there a line that was like something about it being frozen or something? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So are there people there that are frozen? Like, what exactly are they gonna rule? Or are they going to, like, take the throne and all of a sudden all the Mandalorians are going to come back? Like, how does that work?
Maybe. Or maybe they're just, like, scattered.
They're going to repopulate?
Yeah, they're going to repopulate, just the two of them.
Okay. All right. Interesting. We'll see how that plays out now that we know how that works.
Din and Bo-Katan. But, like, yeah, it's... I think that's what the next season's going to be about, which kind of makes me excited because I would like to see this. I love all of, like, the Mandalorian stuff in... all the books and stuff that I read, but now it's not canon, it's all legacy, and so them to kind of maybe bring some of that back makes me really excited. And like I was always
there is a shitload of Mandalorian stuff in KOTOR 2. I am playing it right now and I can't wait to get there. Although they're not on Mandalore, they're on Malachor, which is like different, I think. I don't know.
It's same but different.
Same but different.
Same but different. Yeah, no, it is different. But yeah, I cried when Luke showed up. I was
yeah,
I don't know.
I figured. I know.
I literally
people are allowed to be the way they are. You're allowed to be that way. All the Star Wars fans that aren't me are allowed to be that way, but you're goddamn wrong. It's just gonna go on for fucking ever, and we're gonna have CGI Luke for fucking 50 fucking more years.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
They're gonna shove him into everything. Swear to Christ.
No, they're not. They're not going to.
He's gonna show up in the Boba series. It's fucking terrible.
No, don't say it. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But yeah.
So annoying.
I'm sad it's over.
I don't even give a shit that he looks bad. I don't care. That's not the point. This blank fucking stare.
This blank fucking stare, non-blinking Luke Skywalker. Robot Skywalker. Oh my god, that'd be terrifying.
He looked a little bit like Bob Saget.
You know, you're not wrong.
I didn't think about that until literally just now. But I was like, what the fuck were they doing with this face?
It's a little fucked up. It's a little Bob Saggety.
Do you have any more thoughts on the episode? I think the Dark Troopers were cool.
Yeah.
I miss Bill Burr.
I know you did. You know he's a big Star Wars fan now, right?
A big one? Or is he just happy to be paid by Star Wars?
No, I think he is a fan now because
he's probably been around a bunch of people who can contextualize it for him or something.
Yeah, I think he said that if he would have known Star Wars was like this, he would have asked to be on this show. And Jon Favreau, who actually convinced him to actually do this show. So.
That's cool. That is neat.
But yeah, that's pretty much I think everything I have to say. I'm really sad that the show's over, but we're getting more Star Wars, and we're gonna have more Star Wars.
Lots more Star Wars, apparently. Unless one of them doesn't do well, then they'll all be canceled immediately.
Yeah, immediately, just like everything else.
Jesus, man. So are we still getting an Obi-Wan movie, or is it the show now? Like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know anymore.
Is it still gonna be fucking Ewan McGregor? It goddamn better be. And it fucking, can we just make it soon so the man's not dead?
Yeah, I know, right? We're old.
I know he's not old.
I mean,
but
he's still really good.
Yeah,
but.
No, he's fine. But I'm just saying, the window is closing. If we wait another 10 years, it's gonna be a hard stretch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, fuck. We need to do it soon. Get on that Disney. Hurry the fuck up.
Although I think he would do a great one where like Obi-Wan's old as shit on Tatooine. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, and dealing with a young Luke, then we have to deal with a young fucking.
Oh no!
We would just have to get a new actor.
Not Luke.
It would have to be good.
No, what have I done?
Recast.
Yeah, that went so well for Solo.
I mean, I thought he was cute.
I thought he was fine. I don't know. Everybody shits on him, and I'm like, not even a good actor. And then I'm like, I thought he did pretty good acting. And then they show me a fucking article that literally says he needed acting lessons during the movie, and I'm like, yeah, he got them though.
Yeah, he got them.
And the movie came out good. Like,
yeah,
you had this cocked and ready. You probably just read this, and you're like, oh yeah, that's something I'll use in Star Wars conversation. You piece of shit. Form your own opinion, you lazy fuck. I'm speaking to no one and everyone.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
You know who you are. You don't listen to this podcast, but I'll send you this. I'm just going to clip this part and send it to him. DM, bitch. I am cascading into your DMs right now, motherfucker.
That's exactly how you do it. But yeah. Anyway, I'm sad. It's an end of an era. Next week will be fun.
It's up in the air for sure. Like, I was like, they're definitely gonna rescue Baby Yoda, right? They're gonna leave it in a nice, clean thing. But then I was like, oh, they just rip him away again. Okay.
Oh no, I was so sad. I just wanted one more episode with him. Oh.
I thought it was gonna be Ahsoka that came by.
I was hoping she came
and then
back, but...
Baby Yoda could be involved in her story. That'd be cool.
Right?
But nope.
No.
Gotta put fucking Luke Skywalker in there.
God damn it! It should have been Mace Windu! One-armed Jedi! Come on!
He just hobbles onto the ship. Motherfucker! Like, God damn, Mace Windu, you've really grown a mouth. Jesus. There's commas. You can use those instead of the F word.
Fucking hell nah. What are you talking about, you fucking idiots?
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll see.
Okay.
I'm going to watch all of it because I have Disney Plus, but
yeah,
we'll see.
I'm going to watch it again.
It seems like a lot of projects to take on at the same time. Jon Favreau, don't pull a CDPR, please.
Please don't pull a CDPR. Don't be Icarus. Don't fly too close to that sun. Okay. I think that's it.
Yep. I think we're good. I've gotten everything. It feels good. You know, like sometimes you're holding something in and then you confess it to somebody or you confront them. You know, you have the conversation you need to have. That weight has been lifted from me now. I feel released.
Yeah. Now we have to wait another year.
Well, yeah, okay, there is that. Not fully released.
Yeah. Fuck. Anyway,
that's good. I'm glad that at least there is more coming.
Yeah, same. But thanks, guys, for listening. We do appreciate you guys listening and sharing us like you have been. It is the holiday season. You know, for Christmas, you could give somebody this podcast. But don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Twitch at The Real Portz and at Evil Space Bunny. Come say hi to us. We love it when you do. But yeah, good luck, have fun, and stay safe. And Merry fucking Christmas if you celebrate that shit or whatever.
If your family starts fighting during this Christmas season,
Yeah,
I know that's more of a
listen to the
Thanksgiving
podcast.
tradition, but
no,
if you fight
it's
during
definitely
Christmas,
Oh, yeah.
then go ahead and get a boombox or a nearby speaker system and just blast this podcast over
Just
the sound
blast
of
the
your
part
relatives.
About the spoilers for Mandalorian.
Right.
So everybody who missed it last week
Yeah,
because they're too
gets
busy
ruined.
with Christmas shopping,
Stupid pieces of
it's
shit.
fucking ruined. Ruin their fucking Christmas.
Yeah. Secret Santa this bitch. And just blast it.
Oh, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Merry Christmas. Fuck, I don't have a shit. Did you think about that beforehand?
No,
Fuck.
you're fucking Home Alone. Get your shit together, boy.
I know that, but I don't have another one ready and locked and loaded. Jesus Christ. I know other Christmas movies fucking, they have lines in them, right?
To Merry Christmas to all and to
Have
all
a
good night.
White Christmas, I guess. Bukkake
have a white
or something. I don't know.
Ew. Don't have a Bukkake Christmas. I mean, unless you're into that thing, sure.
You can have
a
that if you
Bukkake
want.
Christmas. Yeah, if that's what you're
You
into,
sex
sure.
worker, you. Okay,
I'm
end the
done.
podcast.
I'm
Jesus Christ, it's over. You sex worker, you.